24th of September, and today I'll be making my weekly prediction for Tesla. I'll be going over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and I'll concluding my video with the overall explanation of the prediction. As usual, it's important to make the disclaimer that all information in this video is completely educational, and therefore it's important to conduct your own analysis before taking any position in the market, since they are subject to risk and can result in hefty losses if taking unadvised positions. So let's first go over the monthly charts. We can see that here in the month of June we had a strong green candle. Then July we had a spinning top candle. Then August we had another spinning top candle. And from the looks of it, this month is another spinning top candle as well. So we have 3 consecutive candles with no directional implication. So we're still waiting for Tesla to have a month which shows a clear directional candle, and we don't have that yet. All these 3 candles indicate to us is that there is no clear, and the market is in an indecision phase. There isn't a break of a support or resistance yet, so we are still just waiting for a significant event to happen that will trigger a movement in a certain direction. But we can't predict anything off of the monthly charts yet. So let's head over to the weekly charts. Now, the weekly charts are interesting because 2 weeks ago, on the week of the 11th of September, we saw a break of the resistance, which in itself was a strong bullish signal. But because of the Fed's information, we see in the month of the week of the 18th, there is an extremely large red body candle. An extremely large red body candle, which is almost a Maribozu candle, showing an extremely strong bearish indication for the week. Now, naturally, this support hasn't been broken, and it is just a test of the willpower of the bears. So from the weekly charts, we can see that the immediate resistance we're looking at here is approximately 261, and the support we're looking at is around 242. So the current spot price is at 244.88. So at this week, we have to wait for the break of the resistance or the support before entering a trade, because we did have last week with a bullish implication and this week with a bearish implication. So there needs to be a test of which one is to win, and whichever either the support or the resistance is broken, that is the direction where the trade is, because there's nothing else we can gauge from the weekly charts. So let's head over to the daily charts where we can see some of this price action in more detail. We can see that last week the market was significantly going upwards, and this is where it ended. Then we see on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, we're still above the resistance line. But here, on the 21st, we gapped down, and the gap didn't get close, so we do have a bearish signal here. Then the next day, the 22nd, we see the confirmation of the bearish signal with an extremely large red body candle, taking us to the current spot price of 244.88. And this is where the week ended. We can see from the RSI as well that the RSI did break down here off of the average, and it has been consistently going downwards, which is again another strong bearish signal as well. So from the monthly charts, we don't have a clear signal other than the fact that there is just a indecision in the market. The weekly charts show us that as for the moment, there is a clear bearish signal. However, there is something to be considered that the previous week was bullish. So we still adhere to this support and resistance that was aforementioned. And we can see clearly that the daily charts show this to us as well, even though the daily charts give us a clear bearish signal, which is why the support is significantly closer to the current spot price, because if the bearish movement is to continue, then it will break the support very quickly, and it will allow the traders to capitalize on the movement almost immediately. Whereas if there is going to be an upwards movement, and that's why the resistance is significantly higher in the event of a whipsaw, then there's still the opportunity to enter a bearish trade if the support is broken. So that concludes the video of my prediction for Tesla. And if there are any relevant changes to this prediction, they will be covered on the channel. But for the most part, this is where my video ends. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.